Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, September 14th. And you can see temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s across the area. Down in the low 40s there in Newaygo, in that cold area where our station's at a pretty low elevation. If we look at the forecast map for later today, you can see high pressure over Kentucky will continue to move off to the east. That's going to give us a return flow, and our warming trend will commence in earnest today. We'll be about 5 to 8 degrees warmer today than yesterday, with highs in the low to the mid 70s across much of the area. So a really nice day. In fact, lots of sunshine right through Thursday as high pressure will be in control. All these systems off to our west will continue to be well off to our northwest and shouldn't influence the Great Lakes anytime soon. Looks like our first chance of rain will come Thursday night, but especially for Friday and Saturday. If we jump ahead to Wednesday on our weather map, you can see high pressure still in control across much of the eastern U.S. Warm Gulf flow coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico is going to increase the moisture, and thus you can see off to our west a chance of showers and thunderstorms as a cold front begins to move towards the area. And again, I think we have a low chance for storms Thursday night, much better chance for rain and thunderstorms for Friday into at least early Saturday. If we look at the day 3.5 as we get out here towards Friday, you can see that cold front's going to be leaning in towards the Great Lakes, and out ahead of it you can see where the flow of our moist air is coming right out of the Gulf, and I think we'll have a better chance, probably a 50-60% chance, which when we get closer in time we'll probably see that go up much higher. Right now we expect about a ½ inch to an inch from late Thursday night, but especially for Friday into early Saturday. But this front's going to be slowing down or possibly stalling out, and we're going to have to watch this low pressure system that develops on the end of this front. This will be the main wave, and once it's through, we'll see some cooler, drier air move in for late in the weekend and to start the week before we begin to warm up again. But right now, this low pressure system, it's going to be very difficult at this point in time to time where that comes through. If that front is stalled across the Great Lakes, the Michigan area, then we could see another ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. So we could see areas with an inch, inch and a half of rain. So it could be a pretty wet Friday, Saturday. But if this front sags a little farther south when the low comes up, then much less rainfall across the Great Lakes. And we'll have to watch this over the next few days on the models to see exactly what happens. But it could be a pretty wet Friday, Saturday. Certainly Friday looks like it'll be on the wet side with the chance of showers and thunderstorms. If we look at the next slide, this is the evapotranspiration chart. Here are the last 7 days for Breckenridge. You can see as we're getting into September and eventually into the fall months, this is the time of year when we actually begin to get a surplus on the watershed for the Great Lakes and much of the North American area, as we begin to see the sunlight at a lower angle and less sunlight potential hours, along with cooler temperatures. We get less evaporation, and then we begin to add towards our water that will be used for next growing season. If we look at the slide here for Breckenridge over the last 20 growing seasons, you can see we continue to be in the middle of the pack. Although with the next couple of weeks expected to be about 5 degrees above normal, we'll add to that, and I think again we have a good shot at being around that 2008 or even surpassing 2008. And if we look at the more zoomed in area over the last few years compared to normal, we're a little bit behind normal, but we're certainly way ahead of 2014 and some of the colder years like 2009, and definitely cold or warmer than 1992, which was just a disastrous year for corn around the Great Lakes. If we look at the rest of the locations, again, Blissfield in great shape. And if we go to Brown City, also ahead of 2013, so they're in great shape there, way ahead of 2014. And finally for Newaygo, not too bad, well ahead of 2014 as well. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.